Hello investors, welcome to Business Learnings. In this video, we are going to talk about a sector which is expected to drive the next leg of growth. In this sector, the companies, the businesses, the stocks in this sector are going to outperform Nifty and Sensex, right? Even though the markets are at their all-time highs. This sector is the realty sector, the housing sector in India. And I'll tell you 4 very strong reasons why I feel that this sector is going to outperform everyone else. Reason number 1 is the interest rates are at record lows. Due to COVID, governments across the world had to cut down interest rates, and Indian government also did so. And the interest rates right now are their record lows. That means that even the housing loans, most of the people buy houses using housing loans, and these housing loans are at rock bottom prices, right? Rock bottom rates, which means that a lot of people are going ahead with buying these. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is housing prices haven't moved much in the last 4 to 5 years. The reason is back in 2016, 2017, the housing prices were rising, were skyrocketing, and builders were not able to sell the inventory they had. Therefore, there was no question of even increasing the prices. The prices remained stagnant, and the prices haven't changed 4 to 5 years, which means that effectively, if you consider inflation, you are getting it at a discount of 20 to 25%. Right? That's reason number 2. Reason number 3 is COVID, and this has much to do with the kind of work, the kind of shift in the work culture. A lot of people are working from home. A lot of people are realizing that they might have to spend a lot of time in their homes, which means that they have to upgrade their homes. They need bigger space, and they need bigger homes, right? Even if two people are working from the same home, and there are kids who have schools online, people are thinking from that perspective, and that's why their homes need to be bigger, and that's why bigger investments, bigger sales, upgradation, those are the things that are going to happen in the next few years, and this trend will continue to happen. Reason number 4, and very strong reason, and this reason is going to play for the next decade, I would say, is the demographic dividend of India. India's average age is somewhere between 28 to 29, and about 2/3 of the population is below 35. Now tell me, what is the age at which most of the people buy homes? Based on my experience, I have seen that most of the people buy their homes in their late 30s or their early 40s. That's the time they buy their homes, which means that most of the people in India right now, about 2/3 of the people, they are yet to even consider that decision. And once they consider that decision, simply because of their sheer numbers, they are going to demand a lot of houses. We have already started to see this trend, right? So this will fuel the growth. This will fuel the demand for houses in the next 1 decade or so, right? So this will drive the growth. Now, there are governments, for example, last year, governments are also planning some incentives. Last year, Maharashtra government had cut down the stamp duty from 5% to 2%, and a lot of people participated in the home rush in buying that home in Maharashtra. Seeing the success of this, even Karnataka government and West Bengal's government, they are planning to cut down the stamp duty. And if they do that, these states are also going to see a good boom, a good demand in the housing sector. Now, if we talked about 4 very strong reasons. If we start to look at the numbers, we'll realize that these housing companies, they are already selling houses at record highs. Godrej Properties, for example, about 10 days ago, they posted, they made a disclosure that they had sold properties worth 575 crore rupees just in a day. Technically, it wasn't a day; it was a multi-month process. But we cannot disagree with the fact that we have started seeing surge in the demand. That's just one part of the story. This demand is going to outlast this year, probably even this decade. The reason being a good dividend, demographic dividend. Now, the key thing here to note is we are seeing good numbers in the residential segment. The commercial segment is yet to recover. Now, another indicator that people often look at here and is the unsold inventory. Unsold inventories are basically the number of houses which are built but are not yet sold. So these unsold inventories, they keep on following a cyclical trend. So there are various cyclical industries. You would have automobile or metal industries. They have bigger cycles, as in there will be a few years wherein there will be a lot of demand. These stocks will perform much better than every other stocks, and then there will be cycles of downturn wherein these stocks will not perform much. The demand will be suppressed. These stocks may even go to losses. The stock prices will not perform, and everything of that sort happens. Housing is also a cyclical industry. Currently, it's at its rock bottom and has only started to recover. So, riding this trend is what we need to do as an investor, right? So, what else can you do as an investor? What steps can you take so that you ensure that you are able to ride this trend and you are able to make the most profit out of it? There are two things that you can do. First, ride this rally directly as in the companies which are in the housing business. For example, India Bulls Housing, Suntec Realty, Godrej Properties, Oberoi Realty. There are various companies, and these companies have performed very decently in the last 1 year or so. They have already in fact doubled in their prices, some of them, right? Another is proxy play. Saurav Mukherjee is a very popular fund manager. He said that I am doing the proxy play. I am not directly investing in the housing companies. I am indirectly investing. What does he mean by that? He means that he is investing in these companies, in those companies which are needed to fuel growth for the housing segment. For instance, if you build a house, you need paint, right? To paint it, you need adhesives, you need steel, you need cement, you need various other things. And these things, investing in these kinds of companies, ensures that you are able to ride the trend, because if the demand for housing is high, all the raw materials that are required to build that house, the demand for those will also be high, right? So what kind of companies? Asian Paints, Pidilite Industries, Shri Cement. From I think from the scene, I do not have much understanding of the cement industry. There are a lot of companies which are doing well. There are a lot of steel companies also which have given quite some return in the last 1 year. So these are the two ways through which you can ride the trend: either directly invest in these housing companies or invest in these proxy plays. I have participated in both of them. I am disclosure. I am invested in both kind of companies, and I will continue to hold these companies, right? So my views might be biased. Therefore, similar to every other video, I would suggest your own discretion. I would suggest you do your own research before investing your hard-earned money, right? Now we have talked about the positives. Let's talk about a few negatives. One of the most uh, important negative point here is the commodity prices have already increased. Now these housing companies, they have already started to sell. They are already gained. They have already, in the last 1 year, they have already been able to sell most of their unused inventory, and after selling them, they have gained, amassed good amount of revenues. Now using these revenues, they are already investing them in various different projects, and to build those projects, to build those new housing projects, they'll have to procure the raw materials at those elevated prices. That's why ultimately they'll have to pass on these prices to the users, which means that the upcoming projects in the next few years, they are going to see a bigger price tag for each house. That's when we might see some depression in the demand. The demand might go down. That's one negative. Another negative is, in the last 1 year, housing companies have already given a decent rally. So in the next few months, probably the rally might not look good. But as we already talked about, that this is a mega trend in play. Therefore, if you have a multi-year view, if you have a investment view, long-term investment view, this will reap good benefits for you, right? So if you have any questions, this was all I wanted to talk about. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comment box below. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.